What up, ladies and gentlemen? We are here. We are back. We are Geekswagg. What's going on? I'm your boy Bunny 3000, and we are here with Dirty Helmato as usual.
Hey,
Down
yo.
there, looking all thicky, all up underneath me. See right down there.
That's right, baby. Don't get no thicker than this.
Don't peas filling up the screen, right all up in there. And of course, tonight's guest, ladies and gentlemen, we have the gaming editor of TechWeLike.com, Angelina Montanez herself. Welcome.
Hi.
Yes, we are very, very glad to have you here. You already see how we do. We cracking on each other. We pull no punches here. You know, this is not a kid show. You say what you want, say what you like, as much as you like, as often as you like. This is how we do here at Geekswagg. Do it up.
Do
it. But yes, welcome.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. We figure one of the things that we have here at Geekswagg is we try to make certain that we get all the people into recognizing that being a geek is not a bad thing. There's so many different dimensions of geek culture, and that's what we try to expose people to, because we know there's a lot of like undercover geeks out there. You know, they have like this one or two little hobbies that they're afraid to let people know that they're into. So, you know, we just trying to pull it out of them. Show them.
When you
all
say
of
stuff like that, I just
out.
think of some dude with like a Lord of the Rings Hobbit collection in the he just,
what you trying to say, Jay? That dude is you. What you talking about?
Hey man, yo, no,
he's guilty.
I'm giving up my seat. That's a lot. You're not coming over no more.
Oh, come on, man. You got to make them ribs, son.
I do, yo. I gotta do round 2. Get on the grill, man.
Yes, sir. But yes, Angelina, that is how we do here. We talk about all kinds of stuff, whether it's comics, TV, movies, video games, or every once in a while video games. Right. You know what I mean?
Every once in a while.
But yes, what I wanted to do, of course, is get people familiar with you and your website. So, you know, give them a taste, let them know what you do, for how long you've been doing it, why you do it, and all that good stuff.
I think I've been doing this for about 6 years. I'm not really good with numbers. I think that's around. I think it's around that. How long? I now write for Tech We Like, which is a sister site to G Style magazine. Mm-hmm. That's where I first started.
Oh, okay.
So Jason Anderson is a friend of mine, and I knew him before I even started writing. And he knew I was obsessed with tech and gaming. So when he
nice choice of words. Obsessed.
I was. I still am.
Mm-hmm.
So when he was doing his site, he asked me if I wanted to jump aboard, which I did. I started off with tech stuff, and I asked him if I could start doing gaming. Mm-hmm. And after that,
that's all she
I
wrote.
started doing gaming, and then the sister site came, and I was writing for both.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm just writing for Tech We Like, which is female-based, so it's a female perspective of gaming, technology,
mm-hmm.
lifestyle. So it lets me show the female version for gaming.
Which actually fits right in, because in case you didn't know, we're actually broadcasting on a network here on Twitch called Ladies of the Round Table, and that's a very, you know, they have a very similar kind of theme where they're, you know, where they look at geek culture from a female perspective, and a lot of the programs and a lot of the things that they run on their site and for their site have to do with bringing about awareness of science, technology, engineering, and math, you know, themes, as well as subjects for females so that they can bring more females into those different fields and everything. So it kind of ties in. It all ties in.
I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yes. We definitely have. We'll definitely hook you up with Carmen, who is the head of Ladies of the Round Table, who allow us to do our thing on their channel as well. So yeah, definitely, definitely. But yes, I didn't mean to cut you off because I do that very often. I cut people off.
Okay.
Just like Jason, I cut him off all the time because he's never talking about anything. So yes, please continue.
You're gonna make me talk about MLB The Show for like 20 minutes.
Oh Lord of mercy, no.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
I'll tell you how good that game
Sorry.
is. Start getting into the nuances.
I apologize.
No problem. But yeah, I've always been obsessed with gaming since I was little. So I guess they felt like that was the best role for me to go into gaming, and I love it. And then I started getting into esports. I started writing for a lot of different esports sites, which I still do periodically.
Okay.
And I just love the esports scene.
So let me ask you this: Do you compete yourself?
I used to when I was like a couple of years ago. I used to. I am looking into competing in Smite, which is a MOBA game. It's a new esports game, and I'm obsessed. I have a squad.
Yeah. What is it, Wu-Tang?
No.
Wu-Tang is a
We don't have a name yet, but there's a group of us that get on, and we just destroy for hours.
There you go. There's your name right there. Destroy for hours.
There you go. There you go.
Awesome. That sounds great. So yeah, I mean, what my thing is this, because I know both Jay and I, we've just like you, we've been addicted to gaming since before we can really remember. And honestly, for us, we really didn't even catch on to the whole esports scene probably until what, Jay? It was maybe around.
Well, we got our ass kicked in Mech Warrior.
Oh damn! Yes.
You remember that?
Oh, that was even earlier than I thought. Yeah, that was woo.
You got lumped up. Well, I got lumped up. At least you did. You made it to the second round, right?
Yeah, I made it to the last round. I was actually second place in that tournament.
You were second place? Yeah, I didn't make it past the first round.
And it was I did one of those herb moves where I kind of sat off in the distance and watched everybody else fight, and I just kind of sniped people from a distance. And then once there were enough people to recognize that's what I was doing. Oh heck yeah! I was not about to take my mech in there right in the midst of all that stuff. I was like, look, you did.
Yeah, I was a dumbass. I mean, I think I lasted that first round maybe like 2-3 minutes. I was done.
Yeah. I can't camp. When I would play Gears of War with my friends, everybody's hiding behind something. I was just running out constantly.
Yeah, that's Jay.
Whoever came by.
Yeah, that's Jason. I mean,
yeah,
but he would play that way.
when I start losing, then I'll park a little bit, and I'll tap you real quick, check you, I'm gonna bounce back, and but
yeah, Jay knows me. I'm the sniper, so I'll be running around with a sniper rifle on like
every map.
Yeah, every map. It doesn't matter if I'm indoors or outdoors. I'll have a sniper rifle. I'll be running around. Jay looking at me like, dude, you're inside a hallway. Why are you sniping? Because I can.
That's right.
I have a friend like that who's like, why are you running out there? I'm like, yo, just come and revive me because I'm about to die. Come and revive me.
You're like, but I can't. I'm in my spot.
Yeah, he would get mad. But he would revive me.
You got some help.
So yeah, you were talking about you getting in the esports scene, that kind of thing, and doing Smite now.
I was always into fighters.
Okay.
And
which one was your first? Which one was your first that you actually competed
Mortal
in?
Kombat.
Oh wow, the very first one?
Very first was Mortal Kombat.
Oh wow.
I love that game. I've played it since it first came out.
Yeah.
Actually, I just picked up the last one, which is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I like it, but my character has always been Katana. I don't care who it is, I will not play anyone else but her.
Okay.
I don't care if I'm losing, I'm playing her.
There you go. Dedication and loyalty. That's what I'm talking about.
Let me tell you, when you face the computer against Katana, she's a pain in the ass, man. She throws that.
Yes, I have
she
played
catches
Shadow.
You in the air all the time. I can't, like,
With
it's
that
a
fan,
hard
like,
move that she does. It's like ensemble.
It's good to fight against her so you can watch her combos and just mimic them.
Mm-hmm.
Her combos are sick. I can't pull her combos off. I mean, she does this thing where she throws the katanas, right? Then she jumps up and then she punches you in the air, and then when you land, she's doing like a combo set of kicks, and it like literally takes off half your energy if she catches you right. And she do that like twice, you're done. It's hard to stop. And as her block moves are high, low, it's just so tough. So I was playing it like over the weekend, and yeah, she got me.
You got kind of upset.
No.
See, he just threw his controller thinking about it. He's like, son
maybe. That's why I dropped it down to easy and whooped their ass.
Yeah. Redemption.
Achievement.
Yes.
No doubt, but yeah, Mortal Kombat. So do you still try to compete with like Mortal Kombat X, or is that like an old competition game for you?
No, I think I'm more into the MOBAs now to play. It's because I have a team. Like I can play with my friends. It's fun when you play with friends.
Yes, that's true.
And you play for hours, and it's fun instead of going up against, one-on-one. After a while, I get bored. I get bored quickly, so I need something to keep me entertained. And if I'm just doing the same thing over and over again, then I'm just gonna be like, all right, I've had about a half an hour of this. I'm done.
See, for me, I'm kind of like that. Only I get bored because I always lose, and I don't lose.
No.
I don't like losing all the time, so I get bored easy when I lose all the time. But if I was whooping ass and doing fatalities and stuff the whole time, dude, I'd be playing for hours. I'm like, oh, I ripped your eyeballs out.
That's the first thing I do when I get home. Right, dinner? Don't need dinner.
I know, right?
That's how it was. Like when Call of Duty, the last one just came out. Oh man, I was on there before everybody started, finding out all the herb moves. I was wrecking shop. After about 2-3 weeks.
No.
Yeah, he one of those. He one of those.
Yeah, maybe sometimes. It depends on what game. It depends. See, like Call of Duty, I won't take offer. Like like certain sports games, I will. Like I'll do and I don't even know what you're talking about, Bees, because we've done it together. We've taken a day off from here, and then we come to my crib and we play NBA. So,
Jason,
don't even try to throw me out there.
Dirty Helmet, I do not know what you speak of. All of this lying is not tolerated.
The only reason it's probably not like that now because you live a little bit farther away from me. But if you were closer, it'd probably be the same.
Why you gotta speak truth right now? Huh? Why you gotta unleash all the secrets right now, son? Dang.
So yeah, it depends. As I've gotten older, I've taken less time off. So.
Yeah, we both have taken less time.
Yeah,
just mainly because
as you get older, you just
keyword.
You need something to keep your attention.
No, the games keep my attention. It's just like I got other responsibilities that
you got old.
They basically, this gray hair don't come off for no reason. So, there's stuff I got to do. I'm just like caught up, but you'll catch me. Like I've been caught up in The Witcher 3, so sometimes it's an awesome game, right? So I catch, 10:30. I'll get on. I said I'll play for like an hour or two. Then you get into those missions that roll into other missions and submissions. Next thing you know, it's 2:30. I'm like, I gotta go to bed. But I gotta finish this mission real quick.
Just can't say no, baby.
Oh man, I got caught like that with that stupid armor, man. I was tracking down that Mastercraft for one of the Griffin armor, man. And dude, when I finally got there, it was like I had 2 more pieces to go, and I couldn't let it go. I was out on it. Like,
The
sticky
Elder
notes.
Scroll Online did that to me.
Oh, really? So you're into that now?
When I was playing that online, I'm like, oh, I had a weekend off. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm playing. And if my friend didn't text me to tell me to get off that game and play something else, it was 6 o'clock at night. I had no idea that the time had passed.
Yeah. Those freaking RPGs, man, they get you, man. It's like a monkey on your back. I hate it. And the same thing,
Nah,
you get caught up.
Level up. Yeah, you want to level
up.
You're like, oh, I'm leveling up. I'm leveling up.
Yeah, you get on the grind. It's super. And actually, The Witcher 3, the storyline is so good. Even the side stories are real good. You get caught up. Usually, I just, I'm like, yeah. Just get me to my next point. But I'm sitting there actually going through the dialogue. I'm like, ooh, what am I going to say to her? Especially, I've been I hope not a lot of people watching the show, but because when you try to do the hookup scenes, when you try to hook up with the girls, you be like, yo, I got to play my cards right now. I'm not going to get none. You laughing because you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes, I do, Jason. Yes, I do.
You're like, oh, I can't say this. I'm like, damn, I'm going to have to take that back.
Reload.
So you get caught a little bit, because you don't want to mess it up. I completely butch my guy. Because because I got to the end. And I tried to hook up with Triss, and she dissed me. She's like, I know you was.
She's like, you an asshole. I know what you been doing.
Basically, she kicked me to the curb. You know what they did? Oh man, I can't. Well, spoiler alert, right? You know what they did? You're doing this last mission, right? So you're prepping for like your final thing.
Mm-hmm.
So they come and meet me outside. Dandelion's. He has like this. Cantina or whatever, it's like real hooked up. So they were like, yo, hey, do you want to meet us at this inn? And I'm like, what's up? They're like, we want to talk to you, both of us. But they're like, they're coming on to me. I'm like, yeah, boy, great. So I clicked it. I'm like, yeah. So I didn't wait for that mission. I just jumped into that real quick, right? So I get there. Yo, they had me strapped on the bed. I'm like, yeah, menage. Yo, they tied me up and broke out and left me there. And they told me that I wasn't going to play them no more. Yo, that was a funny mess. And after that, that was it. Every time I talked to them, they always try, you want to revisit what we did back at the hotel? I'm like, no, it's okay, cool. And I have to bounce. Yeah, so they kicked me to the curb. So that's what you get. Don't do that. If you're going to stick with one, just stick with one. Or you get no play at the end. So, spoiler alert.
Oh, goodness. See what I have to deal with? You see what I have to deal with, right?
No. But they get you caught up with those things because you're trying to run through those missions. And like that, I got caught up with that and those armor missions. I spent a lot of time on those. Just doing those. I almost got like all the achievements too. I pretty much finished. I did all the side quests. The only quest that I didn't do was the stupid card games. I didn't like that.
I like those.
The Gwent games, I hate it. I hate it. It drives me nuts playing that game. I don't like it. I did everything I did all the horse races. I beat up everybody in Skellige. I beat up everybody in Nilfgaard. I got all the achievements for those. I whipped everybody, and I have
can't do no card game. You can't handle the card game. What's wrong?
No, I can play. I just don't like it. It's stupid.
He lost.
I did.
That's what it was.
I knew it.
He lost the first game. He was like, "Fuck this, son."
Yeah, when I got in, when you first start, and you're in what is it, White Orchard, and you're down there that
and
first
you're doing the tutorial, so you messed up the tutorial mission.
Dude, you know what? You know how many Gwent cards I have? I have so many.
Dude, you should try it again. With all the ones that you bought,
I'm kind of stuck because
you could.
I've done all the, like I said, I've done pretty much all the missions, main quests and side quests. I've done all the contracts, everything, and most of the question marks, I've done them. The only ones I haven't done are the ones in the water because every time I go in the water, those stupid drowners keep grabbing me, so I don't like going in there. Right? So I kind of like, I don't know, I'll do that last, right? And then all I got left of those Gwent quests. So now. I'm like, fine. But I have some really good cards because, like, some of the missions, when you play them, you get a nice set of cards. So I have a really good deck. I just don't want to play it. And so that's all I got left until the DLC. So I guess I'm going to have to do that. Or go play Elder Scrolls.
Yes, you are going to have to do that. That's very true.
You're going to lose a day.
Probably.
I hope not. Oh,
he probably will.
Yeah,
but
I'm
knowing
gonna have to
Jay,
pick
he
up.
hates card games so much, it'll probably only lose like a minute, and then he'll be done. And he'll be off to the next one.
Yeah, I'll just run around and go kill animals.
Jesus Christ.
And pick herbs all day. Animals and herbs.
Dude, now that they gave you a storage bin, I'm packing that fucker up.
Oh my
He's
God.
like, I'm stocking it up.
I'm hoarding. Take all my relic items. Just dump them in there, right? Don't even use them. They're like, ooh, look how shiny that is.
Oh man. Craziness. So Angelina, let me ask you this. I know you've said that you've gone to and had some tournament experience. Have you actually traveled to a few tournaments, a few esports tournaments yet?
I have. Mm-hmm. I've been to Red Bull Battlegrounds.
Okay.
Nice.
That one.
For which game? Or which games
StarCraft.
Is? Oh wow.
StarCraft.
Oh my gosh. See, you good. I'm
going to do this. It's all about that community and the commentators.
Right.
I like StarCraft too. Mm-hmm. I've played it. I'm not the biggest StarCraft fan, but I will tell you something. I went to that tournament and I'm like, oh, all right, I'm going to cover this. If it wasn't for the commentators and the fans, I'm like standing and yelling and cheering one of the players on. It just gets you hype. Mm-hmm. And even though you don't know the game well, there's a lot of the fans there that they'll start asking you questions, and if you don't know, they are so happy to just give you all the knowledge. Mm-hmm. And we'll sit there and be like, oh, this is what's going to happen, and this is how it goes. And then you just start learning it, and it becomes fun.
I can imagine.
It's actually enjoyable to watch. Mm-hmm. I think the best one I've been to has been a Red Bull Battlegrounds tournament, the StarCraft.
Okay. We actually have a viewer that is popped in the channel and wanted to know whether or not you've played. Let's see. Oh well, yeah. I think you answered this question earlier, but he or she asked. 1010 asked. I'm not gonna say he or she. 1010 asked. I'm gonna get in trouble. I can already see. Elder Scrolls Online, but yes. She did say yes. You currently play that now?
I had to stop because I literally was losing time. Like I was not getting anything done.
Oh wow. That's the life right there.
I had a vacation.
You were getting stuff done. You just wasn't.
I was not.
Right.
I had snacks. It got that bad. I had snacks. I had coffee, and I was like, awesome. "Oh, I'm not moving from here." I literally got up to use the bathroom, and then when I noticed that
it was when you went to the bathroom.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, I've got to stop. I haven't done a damn thing." So I haven't played for a while because I'm afraid.
You want to pick it up? No.
You have to set your alarm clock when you play it, right?
I have my friend Ray. He games with me for every game. I'm like, you got to tell me when I've got to get off. And on the dot, he's like, all right, you've been on this for too long. You got to get off. Because he'll be like, are you still playing? And I'm
what is wrong with you?
Yes.
Nice. Yeah.
The problem with those games is they get these DLCs and you're like, oh, I got to do this mission. I have to. And then you start leveling up and you get all these great items and then you learn how to make stuff and start making weapons. I thought I was hot shit making weapons all the time. I was like, oh, look at this.
It's like, oh my god, I can make that. I can make
pictures.
Then you found something in a chest that was like 10 times better than what you had.
And then that world is so big.
Yeah, it is.
That you get lost, and I had to literally just stop.
Okay, I guess I'm waiting till the fall then, because I just picked it up for like $30 because it was on sale at Walmart, right? So I popped it in and I played like the first couple hours, and of course, the first few hours aren't that great, and I'm just like running around, and then I'm getting some weird people like, yo, you want to go on a quest?
Yeah.
Like, dude, man, I'm level 3, son. Wait, let me get a little higher. I'll go quest with you later, okay? So I think I might have to wait because I can't. Ooh, I got stuff to do this summer.
Yeah, that's why I haven't. I did that in the winter, and I said, you know what, I can't. So I'm gonna wait. Maybe I'll start up slowly, and if I start getting into that, I'm not leaving my house mode, I'm gonna have to stop again.
Yeah, winter's probably better.
Yeah, that's usually when we get in all of our majority of our crackhead gaming time between the two of us.
Because you don't want to go outside; it's too cold.
Well, yeah, that and it's like all the blockbuster games like come out like in the holiday,
and
during the holidays.
The holidays come around,
and then you can't play anything during the holidays, and then after the holidays are finally done, you kick everybody out the house, tell them to leave you alone so you can detox.
Yes.
And
it got that bad on Thanksgiving. My mom was like, "What are you doing?" I'm give me a minute. Let me just finish this mission. I'll be back. And I was like,
I'm sorry. You got to get away from me right now. Just give me that chicken leg and keep it moving.
I gotta stop.
Woo, man.
So let me ask you this: have you covered? I know we recently had, what was it? EVO.
Evo.
That's what it is. Just called Evo, right?
Evo.
Okay, so yeah, they had that this past weekend. Have you covered one of those events before?
Evo? Mm-hmm. No, I didn't cover Evo. I don't cover them unless I go.
Oh, okay.
So I don't like reading stuff on the internet or, trying to put things together.
Uh-huh.
So
unless you're there, out of sight,
if I'm not there and I don't see it myself, what's going on, then I'm not going to cover it. Because when I cover it, I take my laptop and day by day, I write down exactly who won, how hyped the crowd was, and I'm trying to give you the same feeling I got when I was there.
Right.
And I can't do that when I'm watching it on a stream.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. Definitely makes sense. Sweet. So let's see. You have done the Red Bull. You said you've done the Red Bull tournament.
I did Dota 2.
Okay.
That one was in Madison Square Garden, and
was that like the record-breaking one? Like, what was that? A couple of years ago?
Because we don't. That was.
Or last year.
It was last year.
That was last year, right?
We don't get these kind of tournaments in New York.
Mm-hmm.
So it's either in Cali or Texas. Mm-hmm. It's somewhere far for us New Yorkers to get to.
Boondocks like Ohio.
Yeah. So it was Red Bull was a big thing for New Yorkers, and Dota 2 was a big thing for New Yorkers, and these fans are die-hard fans. Mm-hmm. Like, they were going crazy. It was like a concert.
Wow. How many people were there?
I forgot. It was packed. The first day was a good amount, but the last day was packed. And then they allow you to, meet the players and get autographs from them. So they get to interact with their favorite player. Mm-hmm. So I think that's what makes those tournaments. Yeah, it makes that event. And then the production is insane. You got flashing lights, you got confetti. They're announcing them coming out, so they have this big entrance. It's well
like WWE, together. They do like little WWE entrances.
It's well put together. It's fun to watch, and you're with other people who enjoy the same game. Mm-hmm. Awesome. So I like it. And League of Legends is coming in August.
That's right. So which MOBAs have you been into or are currently into, aside from, I guess, Dota 2 and Smite that you've already mentioned?
So we already know I'm obsessed with Smite. I got back into League of Legends.
Uh-huh.
I've been playing League. I think Heroes of the Storm.
Right,
I
that recently dropped.
Like that game.
Mm-hmm.
That one is fun.
Okay.
That's about it. These MOBA games take up a lot of time. Yes. So the one that I mostly stick with is Smite, and I do play League. Like, I'm trying to split my time between both. Mm-hmm. And then I throw in Heroes of the Storm.
Okay. So you do that with a crew? That you do all those with the crew also?
So I have a crew for Smite, but I have my friend Ray, who I make play every game with me.
Whether he likes it or not, right?
I'm like, all right, I need you to download this game. We're gonna play it. And I say it on Facebook to him all the time, and everyone just starts laughing. But we've known each other for so long that we're comfortable as a team. So I know if I get one of these guys who are like, oh, you're noobs, or something like that, we can laugh it off. It's more frustrating when you're by yourself and you just want to like punch the monitor because someone keeps going off.
Yep, we know them types. We know.
It's like I like playing for fun, and I'll write in the chat when they get really upset. I'm like, are you playing in a tournament that you're getting this upset? Because I think League is the worst when it comes to that.
So
I literally have to.
The community's kind of toxic at times.
Well, League has started to clean up that community, where they start banning people for harassment, basically.
Right.
So that's why I started getting back into League, because when I first started, it was a hot mess.
Sounds like Call of Duty back in the day. Well, still.
Oh, I already know about that scene.
Yeah, well, that's been a plague from like
the beginning.
I was like,
from the beginning. I think from like Call of Duty 2, man. It's just people. You get these little kids. Their parents get them an Xbox, and then they just start going off. Then you get the annoying ones that start singing. You're like, yo, bro, stop.
The ones that just can't imagine anyone is ever able to beat them without cheating.
Oh, I love those. Or the ones that have a higher rank.
Yeah. See my rank, son? I'm breaking shop with everybody. I'm like, dude, you're like 1 in 20.
Exactly.
Can't see me. Can't see me.
You're home all day. I have to go to work.
Yeah.
So you've been on here all day playing.
And they still suck. And they talk shit all day. Yeah. I just mute everybody in the room unless I'm in with a group.
I know a lot of Call of Duty players would just get friends and play.
Yep.
Because they felt like that they were just going to get harassed and they didn't want to hear it.
Right.
But some people actually like that. Like they look for
the harassment and the trolls. Yeah, there are definitely people that look for that.
I can't do it.
There was actually a group of guys. There was like a guy I met he was at a cookout or something like that a couple years ago, back when I think Black Ops 2 was the game that everyone played at the time, right? Or the Call of Duty game everyone played right then, right? And he had his crew that he already played with, so he invited me to come play with him and everything. He was like, "Oh, don't worry about it. We play for fun. We have a good time." I'm like, "Cool. No, this will be great." So I get in there. The first couple matches are pretty decent. I'm of course the worst one in his little crew or whatever. So I'm trying to pull my bootstraps up and like, okay, I'm gonna hold my own. Don't worry about it, guys. I'll get it going this next match or whatever. And I start doing better. And then all of a sudden we get in one match, and those matches where the other team is another group of people, and you can tell they're in a clan, and you can hear them chatting through the whole game. And even before the game starts in the lobby, they chatting. They sitting there trying to rile you up. And then all of a sudden, the dude that I met, he all of a sudden starts getting into it with this guy through the whole match. Those two just going back and forth. They cursing at each other, shooting each other, sniping each other, knifing each other. And the rest of the team is feeding off of it. So everybody's getting into it, right? I'm just sitting there like, damn, son, I'm just trying to snipe. And I'm like over in the corner. You know me, Jay. I'm over in the corner sniping people.
Relaxing.
Just popping people left and right, just supporting them as I can. Next thing I know, after the match ends, they like, run that shit again. Run it again. Oh my God. That dude right there, he was cheating. I seen him. How the world you going to get two, drops in like 2 seconds and da-da-da-da. Run that shit again. Invite me. One-on-one. I swear, that went on for a half hour. We played these guys for a half hour over and over and over again, simply because those two couldn't get over each other. I was like, oh my God, dude, can we
That's right. You messing with my manhood. My manhood is Call of Duty. If I don't have this, I don't have nothing. Okay.
They act like that though.
They do.
Like, I love when they be like, "Do you see my score?" And I'm like, "No, I don't care."
They're like, "No, I'm eating a rib while I'm playing you right now."
Yeah, he was. You remember that time? When I made that little kid quit because he got into this room. And like he started saying derogatory things, right? Well, I know you black. I know this one is this, right? So I started flipping it on him, and I started saying the same stuff back to him. And he was getting bent, and I started laughing, and everybody in the room started laughing at him, right? And a few minutes later, he was gone. Yeah, they're funny. Yeah, I met a guy like that. He sounded older, though. He was talking crap to everybody in the room, how much his score was better than everybody. I said, well, you're the only loser here that have enough time to sit on this thing all day to get a score like that. So I started looking up his thing. So I started, because he must be a dummy. You could see everything that they do. He left his profile wide open. The guy played for 89 days.
Jesus.
How the hell you play Call of Duty online for 89 days? I'm like, yo, you play for 89 days and this is the best you got? I'm like, bro, you need to stop. I'm like, you're barely better than anyone in this room. 89 days?
Oh, my God.
His KD was like 0.003%. It was really bad. And I laughed. Yeah. I laughed. It was just funny.
It's amazing how it captivates people, and you know this. I mean, Angelina knows this too. I mean, games captivate you; they pull you in and everything. But then all of a sudden,
that's supposed to make you evil, though.
Right? Then all of a sudden, it pulls like the worst out of people. They just like.
I mean, I get rowdy.
It's like road rage for games.
Uh-oh.
It is.
Lena says she get rowdy, Jay.
I do.
She wanted them.
Rowdy.
She wanted them too.
No.
Do you get mad when people beat you at Mortal Kombat?
No, it's
like when they run like a 12-hit combo on you and just cut your head up. You know what? I'm not playing with you anymore. Like, yeah,
no, I'm not like that. But I'll start cursing up a storm. But they can't hear me on the other side. Like, I don't ever do it to them.
Oh, so you're not in the lobby, chatting with them while you do that?
No, I can't do that.
You just flipping out on your side of the thing, and they're like, "What's she doing? Why is her character flipping back and forth all of a sudden?"
But if I'm with my friends in a group, they're the only ones who can hear me flipping out.
Oh, okay.
I'll take it out with. You'll
take it out on your friends or with your friends?
With well, I'm usually the one who spazzes.
Oh, okay.
So everyone else is just either they'll laugh at me or, so what's wrong with you? What do you mean what's wrong? Oh, and then I'll just explain what happened and I eventually calm down.
Jay knows. I do the same thing. We'll be playing NBA or something like that and I'll spaz out on him like, Jay, how in the world is your guy gonna hit 8 3-pointers in a row? That dude can't shoot like that. What's going on, man? This thing is cheap. This is not right, Jay. I'll be flipping out on him for hours, and he'll just laugh. He'll just start rolling because he knows it's not really right either. He's just like, I'm nice, son.
There was one time we were playing an older version, and I think that's the only time I know the other times he's kind of mad, but it's okay. There was one day he was still pissed off. There was this no-name guy. Well, at the time, I mean, he's still kind of no-name, and he's playing. I forgot what team I was playing with, and I was just hitting threes left and right, and there was nothing he can do. And I'm like,
I remember, and
there was one spot I would go to, and he wouldn't miss. What I hit, like 15 in one game.
Yes, it was this dude named Keith Bogans on the Orlando Magic.
They turned that shit off on me.
I don't think I've ever done that.
I'm telling you, it was the worst. It was the worst moment of my gaming career. I was so pissed. I was like, this is not happening. You cannot be. It was one of those things where every time that dude touched the ball, it was a 3. Every single time. And he was a bench player. And this dude was running like 30. Right. He was running like 40 some odd points.
When the game start, I would take him off the bench and put him in the starting squad. So the first time it was coincident, but when it kept happening, I don't think it was fun. I just found the Herb move,
He did. It was, it's one of those things where you find that one little small glitch in the game that is like undefeatable, and they haven't patched it yet or something like that.
And you keep using it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I did.
He wore that out, and I was like, "You son of a!" I tried everything. I was switching teams. I was putting centers on him, trying to block his shot, and all other kind of stuff. I was doing everything. It wasn't working.
I just run to the 3-point line and launch.
Mm-hmm. He would stop a fast break. Yeah, he would stop a fast break and run out to the 3-point line.
Yeah, I kind of was.
Because it worked.
Kind of was.
Yeah.
It was hilarious though. It was one of those moments where I wish there was a thing as Twitch, because I would have kept that recording for the rest of my life, because that was just too funny. It really was funny. As heated as I got, it was funny.
That and the Jason Kidd one, those were pretty funny too.
Yeah, he just
Jason Kidd. I don't even want to think about that. I just go crazy with him.
We don't have to talk about that, Jay.
Yeah,
no, that's, it's too soon. It's too soon.
It's just, it's still too soon. But maybe like another 10 years would be.
Yeah, another 10 years. Yeah. Give me 10 years, I might be over.
Talk about it, we'll be all right by then.
Oh man, but yes, Lena. This is this is something that Jason and I we've always looked at through binoculars from a distance, because we are not very good competitive. When it comes to like competitive gaming, we are like very, very horrible. We've tried, just like he said before, we tried it was a really intense Mech Warrior game that was at a Dave and Buster's years ago that they had tournaments for. And then we thought we were nice when when was that, Jay? That was it Halo 2? I think it was a Halo 2 tournament.
Halo 2.
Oh, I love Halo.
We get wrecked by 15
We thought we were. Oh my gosh, Lena! I'm telling you, I thought I was so fresh. I had you remember that controller I had, Jay? That custom controller.
Yeah, you brought the controller, right?
Dude, that controller was so hype. It was like they made the controller look like the grips of 2 pistols.
Yeah.
So instead of regular paddles for the for the triggers on and that was back in the original Xbox days, right? Yeah. It had actual gun triggers, so it looked like you were holding 2 pistols in this controller. So I was walking in the tournament, and everybody's like, "Oh, that controller's sweet, son! Oh my god, this guy must be good." And I'm sitting there like, "Yeah, Jay, we gonna rock this." Oh man, that very first game that we played, that was like the preliminary game to see if you actually can be in the tournament. Mm-hmm. Dude, me and him were at the bottom. Kids sitting all the way up at the top of the screen where nobody could see them. You know those people. They know those little herb spots. They get up to the little spot, sniping everybody.
Battle rifle, and he was just picking and 2 shots.
Yeah.
I mean, you just couldn't do anything. And every time you move, you stick your head out, you're done. Mm-hmm. Stick your head out, you're done. And he had it on lock. Mm-hmm. It was just crazy.
We walked in. We were done with that tournament in at least 20 minutes? Yeah, it was like 15, 20 minutes. We were done. We're like, oh, you guys gonna stay and watch the rest of the tournament? We're like, nope.
We'll play matches online, and we'll do pretty well. Mm-hmm. We're like in the top 3 in most of the matches. We're sitting there, we're going, and we're doing all right. But you start playing against these kids, man. It's just like, yo, wicked.
They can practice for hours. Like a lot of these pro players, that's all they do.
Yeah, that's all they do. Yeah, I've been to the Madden once. Mm-hmm. These guys, they play Madden, man. I mean, they're just wicked. I mean, they're pulling off moves. I'm like, you can actually do that in this game? Yeah. They're crazy.
They're counting frames. They're they're doing all kinds of stuff.
He's counting frames again.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I watched some of those guys.
I'd sit there and count frames too. So
yeah, I watched some of those guys practice doing like Mortal Kombat X and everything, and you could tell, because even when they're playing other people online, they have something in mind that they're trying to do. and they know the precise second and moment that a counter starts and that their combo can begin and all that other kind of stuff. And all they're doing is working on, for like a day, they'll work on one or two combos, period, with like
they
2 or 3 different characters, and that's it all
day. I give them credit for that.
It'd be too much work for me. I'd be doing it. I'd be like 2 hours in, and I'd be like,
if I can't get it within like 2 or 3 tries, I'm going to the next one.
Yeah, I'm done. I can't do this. They will do it all day, and then they'll do 2 combos. Okay, I'm gonna add something to the 2 combos I just did. So it's like you're doing the same thing over and over and over again for hours, and I give them credit. When they go and sit to play, they are focused. Me, on the other hand, I'm just all over the place. I'm looking, noises, people are screaming. I'm just distracted. I'm looking around. Right? They're like focused.
Yes, they are on it.
Yeah,
hard. I'm not focused.
No,
I'm not focused. Somebody walks by me, I'm just gonna start looking. Even if I'm playing, I'm like, oh, somebody just walked by.
Hey, what's going on? What you doing?
I'm distracted.
I'm wrecking shop. Oh no, I'm not. Hold up.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm dead.
Yes,
that happens to me till this day. Even at home, I'm playing, and I'll have the TV on the background, and I'll hear something. I'm like, oh shit, look at that, and then I look back. Oh, I'm dead. So I get distracted quickly.
Yes. Yeah, I feel you.
But they're disciplined. I could say I'm not that disciplined.
So what is probably the most intense, I guess, practicing that you've done for a game, and which game was it when it comes to like one of the tournaments that you've gone into?
That I played? When we were doing an online tournament. So it was me and my friends. We went and played for, I think, about 7 hours. And after a while, this is 360 we were playing. And after a while, we were like, all right, we're done. So we're going to drunk play. And that was it after that. We just were like, okay, we're sick of this.
It was like, let's make this for real. Get that bottle for me.
We're playing MK9, and my friend Ray plays Noob Saibot, and he has a move where he throws another him at you.
Yep. And it like tackles you, right?
It's spamming. And he kept spamming and spamming and spamming. And we were like, all right, you know what? We're done with you. At that point, we were like, because you can't, sometimes I was playing Katana, and the only way I can get out of that is with her fans. And when you're tired, you're just like, I don't want to do this anymore. We're done.
I know a great move that
your hands start getting cramped.
Nah, there's another herb move that can counter that. You ever heard of patty slapping?
What?
Never heard of patty?
Yeah, that's what I said. What?
Right?
Jay can't even get it out himself.
No, because I think so. My little nephews taught me that because we were playing Mortal Kombat, right? And then we're sitting down there, and so I'm wrecking shop, right? They can't see me, right? All of a sudden, there's a light punch that you can throw in Mortal Kombat that is mad quick. And if you get somebody in the right spot, you could just keep slapping them like this, and it's like you can almost knock off like half their energy.
With the same slap?
Yep. It's just mad quick. You could do it with Johnny Cage's daughter. You could do it with the other girl too, Jax's daughter. There's a kick one that you could do too, and you just keep running it, and it's so fast. Like any move you try to do, it won't. You just can't block.
That sounds like that old Mortal Kombat spam. Because not Mortal Kombat. I mean Street Fighter. Because in Street Fighter they used to do that too.
Yeah, it's just mad quick. It's not even a combo. It's just mad quick.
It's like the little light punches or light kicks are so quick that you could interfere any other move.
Yeah, it's that constant spamming that you guys do that makes us want to take the fight stick and just fling it across the room. Because you're doing the same thing over and over.
That's what they were doing to me, because like I'd be catching them with all the the backflip,
the little fancy moves.
Yeah, I mean I'm wrecking shop. I'm catching them all kinds of combos, and then all of a sudden they just started slapping me. So I had to back up, and then I had to drop kick him, and then get back into the move, and then try to do it again, but. For a minute there, it just knocks off a chunk of Eddie, and they're not doing anything fancy. I'm like, yo, that's a Herb move. He's like, yo, it's not illegal, right? I'm like, oh, okay, I got you illegal right here. Boom, hold that. I was running fatalities like crazy. Every 2 seconds, you see me dip. I'm looking at my phone. Like, yeah, back, down, forward. Hey, yeah, I got you.
They're like, what is he doing?
You're replaying that in your head?
Yup. And I'm saying it the whole time. No, back, down, forward. We're like, no, shut up. Stop it. I'm done. Like, yeah, hold that.
He's trying.
So you guys do you guys watch the esports tournaments, or are you just not really into them?
I haven't watched them yet. There's been a couple that I've watched part of, and like I watched me personally, I don't even 100% call this this particular tournament an esports tournament, because it was like in the middle of Comic-Con, and they just stuck, whoever was there that was doing which game was it? It was last year, Super Smash Brothers. They had like a little tournament at Comic-Con for whoever was there that was playing it, and I don't even know if there was a prize or whatever for it. So I watched that like throughout the weekend while I was there, as well as when I got home, just to see who was winning, because I had never played Super Smash Brothers and I was interested in it, and I wanted to see people that were good at it, do their thing, and see what this was all about. And it was like you said, Lena, once you watch a tournament that actually has intelligent commentators that aren't just sitting there making jokes the whole time, that are actually talking about the game, that are talking about the actual player. They know the players, they know the history of those players, other tournaments they've played, why those guys are good, what they did in past tournaments and stuff. It gives you a better appreciation for the game, as well as what can be done. They'll even start talking about, just like you said, Jay, they'll start talking about the Herb moves and stuff like that, and the Herb combos, and they're like, oh, everyone hates it when so-and-so comes out because what combo they're going to use, and all this other kind of stuff. So that was probably my first taste of a well-done tournament with a good commentator, because I've tried watching like replays.
I don't think I've seen
some of like the
Evo
tournaments before.
Day 9 he does StarCraft, and I think he does something else, but he is a great commentator. He has personality, and he throws like jokes, so he gets you laughing, but he's also giving you information, and it's not boring. And he also gets you hyped. So when you see commentators getting loud and they're getting closer to the screen, and you see them getting excited, that's what gets the crowd excited and gets people at home excited. You can't just... I know a lot of people are like, oh, I play the game, I can commentate. It's a difference between playing the game and liking it, and playing the game and loving the game.
Right.
Because if you love that game and you're speaking on it, you can see it and you show it. It's like, I can commentate any game and just be like, oh yeah, well, he just got a double kill,
and he just pressed the button, and oh,
so
he just
now
lost.
They're moving in, and it's like, okay, well, you probably just lost your crowd,
right?
But if you're hyped and you're getting everyone excited, you've got to keep their attention. So to me, commentators are what make those tournaments,
right?
Because they're the ones explaining everything that's going on, and they actually are the ones that can help people who actually want to get into the game understand what's going on, because they give you, every time the game comes on, they give you a little background on the game and the players as they come out.
Right, and their strategies.
Yeah, and that they know the players' weakness, strengths, and they tell you that throughout the game. like, oh, this guy cannot play against this guy.
Right,
or they make it seem like
in a previous tournament.
Yeah, oh, can he actually beat him this time? So it makes you hyped and want to watch it. I've seen commentators that are like, oh, if I can commentate a fighting game and I've played, let's say, League of Legends, but I don't love the game, I can commentate on it. No, you can't. You have to actually love that game because you've got to know everything about that game because the fans know
that's what they expect.
everything about that game. So if you don't know,
hardcore.
They're not going to respect you.
Right. No, they're not. It's like making a bad comic book movie.
Yeah.
Same thing. I mean, you go in there and people are expecting to see this, and they're like, "What the hell did I just come see?" They will dog you out.
Yeah, they'll
actually got a viewer here that was Constance that was saying commentators Crepo and Freak that apparently do League of Legends also. They were saying that they use a lot of puns and they keep you informed and entertained as well.
They do. There are a lot of commentators that for each game that are amazing. That if you know that they're commentating, oh, you're watching it. Like, I'm gonna make sure I'm watching it. And then you have commentators that are okay. Like, people have their favorites depending on their personality, and you'll watch the game and maybe check in once in a while, but if your favorite commentator's on there, you're going to sit there all day and you're going to watch.
Regardless of what game is on, right?
Yeah, you're going to watch it. And I think that the commentators are what make these tournaments hype. They're the hype men of these tournaments, and they keep you coming back, and they bring in new people. Because if you can engage somebody and make them understand, they're going to want to play the game. If they are watching and they don't understand what's going on, they're going to be like, I don't think I want to know this game. I'm kind of confused. But it's also the community as well. If you have people in the community who'll be like, oh, you don't know the game? Well, let me help you. It's just everything has to fit in.
Yeah, it does. It definitely helps because, I mean, that's pretty much a standard with any kind of sport if you think about it, because you can get on and watch a basketball game or a baseball game just like you said, but you start listening to the commentators, and if the commentator is an idiot or is just saying some really dumb stuff or isn't educating you as you're watching the game, that
Fraser.
Yeah, that
he
just
used to
takes
kill me
away
with some of the stuff. He'd be losing these words. I'm like, dude, do you know what that word means?
Yeah, just using all these big words and all that nobody knows what they are. He probably
that was a flotacious dump. Like what? I don't know if you ever I was a big Knicks fan.
Yeah.
So, he'd come out and say some of these weird things.
Yeah, he does that.
I'm like, dude, you need to stop, man.
Yeah,
in the right context.
Yeah,
it's okay.
It always can take away from the experience if you've got bad commentary.
It does. I mean, I think with sporting events, it's a little. I could probably say easier, but with video gaming, I think it's tough. Because I watched a few of them and they were really bad. There was one I actually did watch probably about a year and a half ago or 2 years. It was a Battlefield 4 when it first came out. And the two guys that were doing it, I can't remember their name. They were really good. I mean, they were talking strategy. They were talking, where the guys were from, giving them background on how they were playing, some of the moves that they were doing. How they were lining up on the field, and how they were dominating the air and ground assault and stuff like that, which I thought was excellent. And they were giving you tips when things weren't too exciting.
Right.
Within the match. And that was good. And then there were some that I saw for like Madden, and it was bad. It was horrible. It's like, I'm like, dude, do you even know like what's going on in this game? Like, do you understand football at all? So I understand what you're saying. It's tough in getting people to try to, to bite on those tournaments. Me personally, I'd rather be playing.
So in other words, Jay, you telling me that this new phase, I guess, that's coming up, especially when they're building new esports arenas and stuff all over the world, that you wouldn't be one of those in the crowd going. unless you in the tournament.
You know what? No, I can't do. It's like golf, man. To me, you know,
You'll play, but you won't watch.
You know, there's a lot of people that can sit there and watch golf. And, matter of fact, you know what? Let me not diss golf because golf is kind of cool. I'm talking like NASCAR. Okay, there's this chick at work. She is diehard NASCAR, right? And I'm like, all right, you know what? She talking shit all the time. Let me go watch this NASCAR. So I'll flip on channel 7, right? Boom. And I cannot get into watching dudes driving a car around a circular track for like 3 hours. Yo, in about 15 minutes, I'm like, yo, this is butt. I can't do it. It's just like now.
You needed Charles Barkley to be the commentator. That's what.
Oh, what? Yeah, Charles. Yeah, that's what's up. Eddie Smith on there too, right? You know, and then maybe like a porn star or something.
Something to keep it interesting, right?
Yeah, every once in a while she just do something crazy, like, oh my god, look at that. Who's called? Is that Dale Hart Jr.? So like I like if I was to go to a actual race car event, I'd probably go. I mean, I've never been to a video game tournament. I mean, where like as a spectator, so I don't know. What it entails, what the demographics of it is. So, like, I don't know. I'm assuming they have big screens and stuff like that. So, the people in the nosebleed, which I would be, can see what's going on and stuff like that. But, I'm into so many games that, like I said, I'd rather be playing. Like, I would honestly, even though I know I wouldn't make it far, but I'd like to play like an NBA 2K tournament. I think I'd do okay. Because I've seen some of the guys and the people I'll be busting up online. So I think I do okay. I don't think if there was like 100 people, I might make it like 52 or something like that. I don't think I'd probably go past that because there's some really good people out there. But
yeah,
I think you would change your mind if you went. Like, I'm not big
maybe for like the atmosphere. Maybe like I mean, like I like going like. Like when they have Comic-Cons and stuff like that. I think those things are great because the atmosphere is just awesome. But to sit there and watch people like, and the reason why I know that, like, say, like, I have my little nephews over and stuff like that. We have people over at the house, and we're playing like I don't know, maybe we're playing like NBA or 2K baseball or whatever. And when we all pass in the control around taking turns, man, like I don't want to watch them play a 9-inning game. Like, yo, get out the seat, let me get in. So sometimes I'm like, yo, you ain't done yet. And I hate like when they start calling timeouts every 5 minutes. I'm like, look, you slowing this. Get your ass whooping going. I mean, it's 36-2. It's the fourth quarter. The shit is over. It's over. Okay, you don't need to burn 6 timeouts.
And quit changing the settings.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing you can do, bro. Let's get this shit moving. So I think that's. I mean, I'd probably like it, but like at first, like I'd go for the experience, but I probably wouldn't do it more than once.
Really?
Yeah, that's
just how he.
Some people aren't like. Some people rather play than watch. And there's some games I would rather watch than play, and I mean watch, like go to the tournament just because of the experience. But
and that's what I'm talking about. Like I would love the experience because I've never been. So I think that portion of it I would like, but to make it like an annual thing where I would go all the time, I might go like once or twice, because first time you never really get the you're probably just excited to be there, and then the second time you go to get that real good feel for it, let it sink in. But to go again probably after that, I'd be like nah, I'd save the money and just do something else with it. Just that's just me.
That's Jay.
Like, that's me, but like if Jay. Like if I was going to play, boy, I get my little Rocky suit on, like yo, Beach, give me a back. Wear my Apollo Creed joints going there. I would, and I'd have fun, and I'd have a blast doing it. So
Constance, actually, we've got another viewer that had a question for you. Constance said, "What esport game do you write about the most?"
I would say the most information that comes out constantly would be League of Legends and Smite.
Okay.
those two are, there's something out either every day or at least twice a week.
Wow, that's a lot.
That there's something, because Smite has now expanded from PC to Xbox, so now they have PC tournaments and Xbox tournaments. And League is just huge. So League, they've always have tournaments, and then now they're gearing up for the big one to come in August in New York. It's big because you haven't had a League tournament in New York.
Right.
So those two, I would say, Dota throws stuff out there here and there. They're like more with the big news, like, this is going to be the prize pool money. They throw stuff out like that.
Right.
And Blizzard usually comes out more. Theirs is mostly, I would say, end of the summer going into the winter is where all their news starts coming constantly.
Okay. So is a lot of their news typically, is it news where they're rebalancing the game or making changes to the game or something like that?
For which ones?
For any of them, actually.
A lot of them will throw out patches. Like League just had a patch. Smite announced a new god and patches. And Dota had a patch. So yeah, they will start throwing out, patches, the next character that's coming out, or bundles where fans can purchase these exclusive bundles, and it helps and goes to the prize pool.
Oh, okay.
So that, I think, is fantastic because it makes the fans feel like, oh, we helped you get here, or we helped you with that prize pool, because it's actually the fans that are the ones that donating that money when they're buying these exclusive chests or packages that are being given out.
So I think Constance had another question saying, isn't Dota more European, saying that there are typically competitions in some other language when they watch it?
Dota, yes, but Dota is also US as well. There's certain teams that are more popular in Europe than here.
So that's probably why there's so much more airplay, I guess.
Yeah, so like, remember DreamHack, I don't know if anybody knows, but that's a big esports tournament. And they announced that they're going to start doing North America tournaments.
Okay.
So people still watch the tournaments, even if it's in a different language. They'll have somebody saying it in English.
Right.
And they're starting to branch out to North America, like ESL did. They picked up Mortal Kombat. They picked up Counter-Strike. And now they're based in California. So a lot of them that are European countries are now starting to come over here. Because Europe and Asia, that fan base is enormous.
Yes.
If you, I think, what was the demographic? I think Asia is the biggest.
Yeah, it's a big continent.
Yeah,
no, but it's like
a lot of heads over there.
And Europe as well, and a lot of the esports countries are in Europe. So it's going to take a while for everybody to migrate over here, but it is starting to happen.
Yeah, it's definitely building. And it's definitely something we're starting to see with all the different colleges starting to give scholarships. And
Heroes of the Storm did that, the college tournament.
Yep.
And that was huge. And of course, that was the one that was on ESPN.
Right? Yeah.
And a lot of people were complaining.
This isn't a real sport.
Yeah, because they felt like it's not.
Was that a few months ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the guys on there. That I saw that where they were complaining. I'm like, what the hell are they talking about? What's not a real sport? I caught it in the morning, and while I'm out the door, I'll flick on Sports Center and see what's going on. And somebody was, they were just commenting on how funny it was.
Yeah, their sports personalities that they have.
Yeah, he was. I think I don't remember the guy's name, but he said that if esports became a thing of ESPN, he would quit. I mean, I know a lot of people think that, it's just a video game. But if you actually see...
it was Colin Hurd, I think.
Was it him?
Yes.
I think it was Colin Hurd.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what. Yeah, that's what I was watching.
Yeah, he said that he would quit, but this is not actual sports. There's no training in it. If you see these guys training for more, like 8 hours and more, on these games,
these guys. Well, I mean,
they're predisposed. People
they
are
predisposed. They're predisposed. I mean, like they don't understand. Like, I mean, I can definitely vouch for gamers because I've been one for a long time.
Right.
And I remember just younger, like even like you're talking about Mortal Kombat game. We were talking about how long it takes to learn moves. When the game base or not the game base, but the game library wasn't that big, you spent. I mean, when you bought Mortal Kombat, you'll spend 2 years playing the game until the next one comes out. I mean, there wasn't that much, to pick from. Now, on your console, between my consoles, my PCs, I probably got like 30 games just sitting there, and
that you never play.
That I never play, right? Or, I'll get to them eventually, and do that. So, like, you really spent a lot of time. And let me tell you, I know, like, when my friends weren't around, I was playing. So when they came over the next time, I'm handing you something. I got a certificate for you, bro. Hold that. I'm doing you well. And then you know what they'll do? They'll go home and they'll practice something. And they'll be like, yeah, Jay, I got something for that. Bam. And that's what we did. So, I mean, I guess it's in the sense of how you look at sports, but things are definitely changing. Maybe it's not an ESPN thing yet, but who knows? It could be.
No, honestly, I think in the next couple of years, they're probably going to have regular coverage of esports. Because
I would think so, because what's going to happen? It's not going to be by their choice. It's going to be by ratings.
Right. I mean, that's why they put it on in the first place.
Right. Exactly. So,
and they got good ratings.
Right.
Well, yeah, a lot of people's going to watch it. So, you know what? Once, I mean, do you want to be the network
that doesn't evolve?
Pass on it?
Yeah, that passes on it. Exactly.
You know what? We don't want your money. This is just ungodly.
That's right. All you gamers can go find your own channel.
Exactly.
This is ESPN. Right. No, they're not.
But as soon as that money starts coming in, that's when everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, we want you here. We want you here." Mm-hmm. It's all about.
Oh yeah, well, the execs up in the box office, hey, we got our sports guys down there. You know what? They'll keep doing what they do, and then they'll probably bring a younger crowd to do the gaming stuff, because I'm sure there'll be people. I mean, they can grab people from G4, IGN, whoever, and they'll come in and do it.
Yeah,
they'd be more than happy to sit there and get that kind of bucks. They probably wouldn't call it like they'll call it like ESPN Gamer or some, I don't know, whatever the hell they come up with. But
I mean, but they have to see it. Like they're not in little,
I don't think it matters if they see it or not. What they're gonna see is those ratings, and they're gonna see the dollar bill, y'all. And once they see that, they're not going to turn it down. It's inevitable. It's just, things are going to change. It'll happen. I
think it's going to start. You're going to see more of gaming on ESPN, because little by little they're taking clips here. They took clips from Evo and they put it on ESPN. They know that gaming is something they should invest in. I think they're just doing it slowly.
Yeah, they're doing it slowly, and I'm surprised they don't embrace it as fast as they do, because I don't know, BJ, if you played like the Madden 25 and in NBA 2K, they got guys on ESPN dubbing over stuff. I mean, they have Doris Burke. I mean, and they're doing it, and even on their when Madden's coming out, or MLB, the show's coming out, they're posting that stuff all over ESPN. So they're already affiliated with a lot of these developers already. Right. I mean, they're making it. I mean, doing the playoffs, that's all they're doing. They actually have in the finals. They're playing. They let the game, the the Xbox or whatever they're playing it on sim the finals and see what the results are going to be.
Right.
On 2K Sports.
Right, and they'll talk about that on Sports Center for like a few seconds or something like that, and say,
they give them a 30-second spot.
Yeah, what was it? They were saying like the EA Sports Madden 25 simulation of the at the Super Bowl.
Right?
Yeah, they had like a little segment where they had Madden simulate, and they showed clips of certain plays from the little simulation or whatever on how they felt the game was going to go down, and showed the score. And then they slowly but surely are incorporating that kind of thing, because I mean, it's just like Jay said, dollars. They know that demographic that's watching the Super Bowl, or that's watching whatever said game, or even just watching Sports Center. They know that demographic is into gaming to some degree, and they're trying to pull them in even more so to try to get them to stay longer, even if it isn't quite the sport that that they're interested in, just to see if they have some other coverage of another game or something like that on there. So yeah,
I think they're smart. I think they throw like pieces of esports on TV to see how many people tune in. And I think when they start, because you can't tell me that you don't do your own research and be like, okay, so what is this esports stuff? You've got League of Legends selling out stadiums.
Yep.
Like, that's insane.
They're actually making stadiums for esports now. So
but
that was my first signal right there. They're making arenas specifically for esports.
For esports, but here's the difference between that. Believe it or not, even though you sell out stadiums, like even just think of like concerts and stuff. You get a guy come by, some big name band or rapper or whatever, right? And they're selling out stadiums. And then, they throw it on pay-per-view. You know what? They're making more money off the pay-per-view than they are in the stadium.
Exactly, yeah.
Right. So the fact that they don't jump over those numbers, believe it or not, the numbers of the viewing, you hit so many more, people out there. You sell 30,000 seats, you could sell 350,000 pay-per-views. So that's what they're looking for. And once...
they've already seen it. They've already seen it with some of the more recent tournaments.
So once they see that number and they look at it and it says go, trust me, them time slots gonna be dropping into like and it's gonna be there, and it's gonna be there, and even if ESPN don't pick it up, somebody's gonna take it. And I
got this question for you though, Lena. I know recently I saw a little blurb about there's some company, and I think it might be in Europe, that's starting kind of an ESPN kind of coverage, esports coverage, where they're saying 24/7 on whether it's their YouTube channel or maybe
was it Germany?
I can't remember, and I feel bad because it wasn't really that long ago. It might have even been like a month or so ago they made the announcement, but there is some company that is recently starting to do, ESPN style Sports Center coverage of esports now. And
MLG.TV is doing it.
Yeah, but
MLG
theirs isn't quite 24/7 though. Theirs is kind of like, they kind of plug and play here and there, and they've got their own little network, their own little channel that they have stuff. And I think they only cover their events, MLG events. I don't think they cover like other tournaments. I think this one channel, they were like, hey, we're doing any and every esports tournament there is, whether it's MLG or Evo or whatever, you know what I mean? And I, for the life of me, I can't remember. This is going to bother me. So I have to put it in the show notes. I got to put it in the show notes.
Wait a minute. There was one that started focusing on fighters.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know what happened to that. It never went further.
Mm-hmm.
It just stopped.
Right.
But I know there's a German esports, is it a YouTube? There's a German esports YouTube channel that I know is it called Royal Esports?
Here, I'm looking it up online right now. It's called, ooh, I can't even pronounce it. Spelled DINGLT. It says it's supposed to be 24/7 esports, and they're trying to rival Twitch, basically.
Oh, so they're streaming.
Yeah. But apparently they're having tournaments there too. So basically you can stream there and they're going to have tournaments. That's what it looks like. It seems like it's in Europe though. It doesn't look like it's here.
Europe always gets the fun stuff. Yeah, wait, I remember because they had a funding for that. It's yeah. Sometime I think in April there was a funding for it, and I think people thought it was just a joke.
Yeah.
I think it was first called the esports broadcaster, and then I think it changed the name to that
Dinglet. I don't even
Dingle Ding It TV. Is that what it's called? And it's Ding It dot.
You know what?
I think so.
Yeah, that's it. Ding It.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought it was all one word the way they spelt it. They didn't put it like that, but that's it. Ding
Yeah, because I think it's .it.
And .tv. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Because I remember everybody was like, wait a minute, this sounds like a scam because they were trying to get funding for it.
Huh.
Yeah, it looks to be legit. They said they got a big...
and that was in April, so it actually went through.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find out when it's going to go live or if it's already live. I think this is an older article. It doesn't say when.
Because I think they're a part of Liquid Stream. It's like a brand. These brands. There's Liquid Stream and who else? I think Media Shield. That's all in Germany, like in those Europe countries. And I think those companies wanted to start funding an all esports channel, and I'm surprised it did it. Because I remember there was funding and people were like making fun of it. Like, you know how they felt like it was like a GoFundMe for Europe. But it was actually legit.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll see if their site's up.
Are they from Black Green Capital?
Doesn't say. They're just talking about, the article I'm reading is talking about their funding and how they're trying to rival Twitch and YouTube, and they make it easy for you to, get a bigger following than, YouTube and Twitch, the way they package their stuff. So, like, if you're a channel, that's them marketing to a channel, to get them to come over to where you are. If you're, you already have, streaming on Twitch and YouTube, so they're telling you they can get you up there real quick.
Everyone is trying to rival Twitch, I see.
Well, yeah,
Twitch has been around. I mean,
Twitch got that. They got the right deal at the right time when they jumped on Xbox and Xbox One and PS4. I mean, that's huge. I forget how many times over their user base grew just when the consoles dropped, because they were talking about it. They were like, we had a decent sized community, but all of a sudden it was like all the new generation consoles came out and all these new users popped on the Twitch, and they were they were broadcasting and watching, so it was it just helped them out so much when they made that deal.
Yeah, I mean, the integration with the platforms is huge. I mean, all the stuff you could do on a PC now, you can do on a console, as far as getting your videos and sharing it, and it's easy. I mean, I've done stuff. I've thrown stuff up from my YouTube, from YouTube to Twitch just from my PS3. I made videos, cut it, crop it, boom, done. And it was quick and fast. Same thing you can do on a PC. So why not have it? It's a great tool.
Constance has another question for you, Lena. Asking whether or not League of Legends makes more money than ESL.
You can't really compare League of Legends and ESL because ESL has now literally taken majority of esports. So just what they have Smite, they have their Smite tournaments, they have Counter-Strike, they have the Mortal Kombat, they have a couple of other ones. So, and combined, I think ESL and League are going to be kind of close. Because League alone does enormous. But with ESL grabbing at everyone, I think that they're like neck and neck. They're not too far from each other. And I think they're smart. They moved their studio to California, where all the major gaming companies are, and they're doing deals with them.
That makes a lot of sense.
They're pretty smart. So that's where they had the Mortal Kombat Pro tournament there. Now they're doing the Smite. They have Counter-Strike, and they have a couple of other games too. And they're in the works with other esport games. So I think by next fall, you'll see that ESL is probably going to do a little dominating.
Good question.
And their tournaments, if you've ever been to an ESL tournament, they're very elaborate. And those are that's a tournament that you should attend. If you haven't attended an esport tournament, you should attend an ESL. Just throwing that out there.
Okay, I'm going.
You convinced him.
He doesn't want to go.
No, I told you I'm gonna go, but I probably won't be He
won't be a groupie.
Yeah.
No.
I won't be in back trying to
hook
up with video
me.
gamers.
If Jason goes, he gonna get hooked. He gonna start playing the game, and then he gonna start watching it, and he's gonna be like, you know what? Lena was right. I thought that I wasn't gonna be watching these jokers in the tennis. This is off the chain. Oh my god! I go to these all the time.
I will watch, but here's the thing: I have the ability from my crib to turn you on.
Now, see what I bet you'll end up doing though is you'll watch, and then you'll snap it in the corner while you playing so that you can watch it and still play at the same time. And that's probably how you end up doing it.
I'm not that cool. I get distracted and I'll be crashing into shit. And
Constance said you're gonna be a fanboy.
You play Battlefield 4, right? ESL does Battlefield 4 as well. If you want to play.
I go on and play. So I'm halfway decent at Battlefield 4.
No, he's not.
I am. I saw you said linking my sniping skills to show him that.
I just did that so I did that so I could show him. See, Constance, Lena, I'm telling you, this other dude we work with, he's one of those guys that, he has maybe one game in his entire library, and he's spent. I looked at his account. He plays on PC, and I swear he's got it's got to be, at this point, he's probably got close to 300 hours, if not more, just on Battlefield 4 alone. This dude, I swear, it's every single day he's on there for at least, I know he's got to be on there for at least 4 or 5 hours every single day. Because there's no way he could have tallied up that amount of time on this game.
Maybe he's just good.
Hey, I've never played with him because he's playing on PC. I have no clue. I don't know.
When Jordan, they thought he was, they're like, Jordan's nice, but, and they're like, for his career, he averaged, 25, 28 points per game. And then when you look, he's taking like 50 shots a night.
I was like, he's going to be scoring that much when he's taking the 800 shots a night. Yeah.
I'm no Jordan, but you put me on there, I can make like 10 layups. Nah, man. So
So let me get this straight, Thicky. You trying to say that you could be as good as Jordan if you had the ability to take that many shots in the NBA game? Is that what you trying to tell me, son?
If somebody sent me like a real like Walter Payton type pick, yo.
Oh my god.
I'll be draining them shits down like swap.
I gotta find Jordan's people. Dirty Hell Motto issues challenge to Michael Jordan.
I could probably beat him at this stage.
No, I bet you now Jordan could probably still beat you. You know your back is broke.
It is broke, yo. Dude.
You know your back is broke. You make like one shot from outside, and then Jordan would like get upset.
I can put in a solid 2 minutes, and after that, I'm done.
Yeah. Oh man, that's craziness. That's crazy.
I actually checked out that website, and it is up. Dangit.tv. So if you guys want to go there, of course, you create your little login and go. And I'm going to probably check it out in a little bit more detail when I have some time to go and browse around on it. But it is up and running.
Yeah.
But it is from the Black Media. Is that what it was? I remember reading something about who was helping them fund it.
So, it doesn't say anything here who's funding them from. Well, I mean, that could be a different article. It's just one I'm reading. But it just really tells about what their their mission statement is and what they're trying to do, and their goal is to because our focus are on esports events with broadcasting, being our secondary focus. So that's their big thing there. We want to get to the point where we have 24/7 channels of esport contents. And they said that's how they're going to separate themselves from the pack. So
they'll eventually move over here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the site right now. I mean, it's in a beta version, so I mean, it looks interesting. The more I'm all for people creating new stuff. The more options we get out there, the better.
I would be hooked to that channel.
See, the thing is, I'd watch it, and that's the thing. Like, that's what I'm saying about the esports stuff. Like, I would watch it, but I'm more like, if I get stuck on a quest and I can't figure out what to do,
he's like, "Oh, this game sucks." Pop.
Right, I'll go look at it and be like, "Ooh, I missed something," right? Then I'll go back and play. But I don't want to watch 2 hours of you giving me game details. I need that little 5 seconds where I miss something. So I grab that and I'll bounce. And I've watched a few sporting tournaments, and they are interesting. But it's not something that I think I'd be hardcore into. I mean,
if you can, I bet you if you made a commitment to actually attempt to compete in a game, I bet you would.
Probably, but see, that's the thing. I don't have enough.
No, I'm just saying that as a hypothetical. If you made that decision, like, you know what? Battlefield 4 is my jaunt.
Then I'm gonna have to quit
I'm gonna put down Witcher 3. So you're gonna have that. You're gonna have those Lena moments where you're like, "Look, I'm gonna play," and then all of a sudden, you start at 10 at night and you don't finish until like 8 in the morning.
I have no idea what time it is.
And that's bad because the only time I know when to stop is when my head starts.
Your eyes start twitching. You're like,
yeah, because I have the same thing. Like, I get up and go to the bathroom. Like, yo, why am I dizzy? Because you've been staring at the TV for 12 hours.
And you haven't eaten.
Yeah, so that's when I know when to quit. But like, for me to do a tournament, I mean, those guys, they play like
hours.
They get real good. And no doubt, if you put that much time into it, you can get really good. But I mean, I'm right now in my stage of my life, I'm casual. I mean, my job, I'll probably get paid more than those guys do. So like, unless I'm winning like 3 or 4 tournaments a year, like for big bucks, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just do what I do.
Well, see, that's the thing, Jay. If you was nice, like, I could be if I actually put my mind to it.
And this is definitely true.
You could get sponsors and stuff. Too? You get your sponsors all lined up and everything, and then even if you're not winning, you placing somewhere where you need to place so that you could almost win, and you'd still be making some paper.
And this is very true, Roldy. I agree.
Wait, unless he messes up his hands and he can't play anymore.
That's right. Unless that happens, yes.
Right, right. Like I'm eating a rib and I bite this finger off or something. I know what you're talking about, man.
No. Or you playing ball with me and I accidentally mess up your pinky because I block your shot like I always do.
And then when you try to block my shot, you accidentally slip and tear your Achilles and you
No. That wasn't a tear. That was complete rupture, Jason. Okay, let's not forget that moment. That was not a tear. Man. That was a rupture.
Fresh, bro. That wasn't me. I wasn't even close to you. I was, me. I'm blood and right, son. I don't play the offense. Okay.
Oh man,
that'd be funny. Like if you played basketball, like football, like every time you run down the court, you stop at half court, then the defense come on, and you switch, and then it goes back the other way. Nice. I'd be on offense all the time. Get that old lady defense. Whoa. So. Yeah, tournament thing.
That's how it would do. That's how it would happen, though, Jay. I'm telling you.
Tournament. I mean, even if you get sponsors, you'd actually have to go win a tournament or two, which you'd have to sacrifice a chunk of your life just to dedicate yourself to the game. And
yeah,
I don't know.
It makes it sound so sad. Like you have to dedicate a chunk of your life.
You do. Like you.
No, it is true. They practice.
They do a lot. They do. I mean, those guys. Like I've listened to Oh man, there was this Asian guy, right? He was playing some game. He was wrecking shop too, and he won like $100,000. And he was just talking about how much time he spends indoors. Now, I mean, I like inside of my house, pretty all right, but I like to go outside every once in a while too, get sun, air, that kind of thing, right?
So
I got the solution.
Right in the backyard and play.
Boom, son! You could put a deck out on the back of your house. You could
play outside on your laptop.
Yeah. You could get one of those outdoor TVs that comes up out of the ground, all nice and stuff. That goes back in the ground when it rains. That's all waterproof and stuff. And put speakers, sound system all outside. Them little rock speakers that look like rocks.
I'll just take a second mortgage out of my house and
Dude, exactly. Everybody's got 2 mortgages on their house nowadays. What's wrong with you?
That's right. I don't want to own nothing.
Yeah, I'd be playing that Joker outside all the time, and then you get a little awning that comes over when it rains, so that you can still play when it rains.
I got the ultimate plan. You do that right now, right?
Uh-huh.
And then when y'all get down, call me and then put me down, and then I'm gonna be there right with you.
Well, I'm telling you, I just gotta win that lotto, like I said I was gonna do, and I'm gonna be right on that, son. I told you. That's my first step. I do that, and then we on.
Can I at least be in the parade with you?
Nah. It's gotta be a solo parade when I win the lotto, son. I can't have anyone focus on anybody but me. It's my moment.
Okay? It's okay, but I'll just throw all the confetti on.
Okay, yeah, you could do that.
Right, see, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Now I'm gonna have my backup dancers throwing confetti on me.
I'm telling you, Lita, this is us playing NBA. This is us playing any game.
Oh, dude,
this is how we sound anytime we play a game together. It could be completely off base in for 30 minutes. We'll go on little rants like this, and
and then it gets serious in the fourth quarter when.
In the fourth quarter it gets serious. Yeah.
It gets serious in the fourth quarter when you try to actually win.
Oh my gosh. Yes. But goodness gracious, it's crazy how time flies like this because we are almost out of time, and I love this.
It's past 9 o'clock.
Girl,
it's almost 11.
It's almost you. Yeah, it's like quarter to 11 right now. That's how we do. I told you that's how we do.
Well, the next time, if you come back again, we hope you do. We'll have a drink. We'll have some tasty beverages.
Are you gonna have some ribs? Because you've mentioned that a couple of times.
I know, right?
Well, how's this?
Yeah.
I've actually invited BJ, which he don't like to show up to my house.
What?
And
because you never tell me when you cook until after you done.
Today, either I've invited Makita also over, and more than welcome to come down. And if you're ever in the greater Connecticut area, I don't know what the hell that means, right? Well, you are more than welcome to stop by. I'm a grill connoisseur. Let me tell you, I'll be out there like every time. Like in the summer, that's all I do is I'm on the grill. So yeah. I love to cook ribs, chicken, corn.
Chicken.
I love some chicken predisposed. It's just so that's how it is. Get on the deck, have a few drinks, relax. That's me.
Craziness. But
I'm
yes,
gonna take you up on the ribs.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that too. I'm coming over this weekend.
This weekend's a little too soon. At least give me another week, because I know you probably want to tear up like a whole rack by yourself.
What? That's what's supposed to happen. A separate rack for everybody that comes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well,
see?
Like I said, if you guys are serious, I'll be more than happy to host and cook.
All right, you go buy that stuff right now. Fun gal, right now. Go buy that stuff right now.
But Costco closed, man. They shut it down like a couple hours ago.
He has an answer for everything.
I told you.
I know.
Especially when he's doing herb moves and all the other kind of stuff. He got an answer for everything. It's amazing.
That I'm just nice? I can't be good at something?
Yeah, that Jason's kid's just that nice, and Keith Bogans is just, that's how it is.
Keith Bogans is that nice.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
It is. It's true.
The foolishness. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank Ladies of the Round Table, as always, for having us here on the channel. I would love to thank Lena Montanez from Tech We Like for coming on the show. You got to come again.
Thank you for having me.
Again. Yes, and you know what? Do the people a favor. Let the people know what you got going on Tech We Like coming up. Any kind of coverage or articles that you've got running around or rumbling around in your head that are coming soon for them to look out for.
So I will be doing the 5 best gaming keyboards.
Nice.
That'll be coming out soon. Since there's so many, a lot of people don't know which ones to pick. I'm going to do that. I will also have the 5 best gaming headsets.
Sweet.
And I will be doing a couple of esports things that are coming up. So you can keep your eyes out on that.
Nice.
It's going to be some League of Legends, some Smite, and Dota.
Nice. Yes. I'll be looking for that. Definitely. And Jason over there will be... I don't think he's going to be doing anything.
Barbecuing.
Yeah, he's going to be eating.
No,
Witcher 3 in and playing some baseball.
No, actually, I won't be doing any of those things. I am on the verge of getting this basement done.
So, word? Finally?
Dude, man, it is killing me, bro, man. I finally talked to my brother-in-law, so he's coming over. Hopefully, he was supposed to stop by today, but because of that storm, I don't think he wanted to come. Yeah. So, which was cool. So, I had like a whole hour to myself, and so hopefully he gets here this weekend. I'm hoping to knock that out in the next couple weeks, bro. Get that done, and then after that, take all this ish that's in my bedroom and put it back into the basement where it belongs. All right, and just get that rocking and a rolling, and I'll be happy. Put my couches back there, get all my stuff, get my cave going, and that's all she wrote. Because I already got my stuff lined up. I just got to work on it, and that's my problem. I just don't have time to work on it in this environment. So that's my biggest motivator. I mean, I have like 700 square feet down there that's just not doing anything. So I got to get that done.
That's what happens. And then once you're done with that, you can start working on the deck that you're gonna have with all the gaming deck, so you can play outside. That's the whole concept.
No, because then my downstairs will be done, so I could do everything that I want to do.
I mean, I'm just saying. You keep talking about you want air. Yeah, you say you want all this air.
You two are bad influence, man. I am not falling for the okie doke. Okay, it's not happening. Okay, not doing that.
You don't want to play games and barbecue at the same time?
Oh my God! She just blew your mind, son.
But somebody might end up with a 3DS wrapped between 2 buns. So.
And what would the problem with that be?
You know what? Well, I mean, New Milford Hospital is about 5 minutes away from here, so it's up to you. You know,
yeah, that'd be all right.
Or I could just give you a whole bunch of Benadryl, whatever.
No, not Benadryl. Just give him Robitussin. Rub a little Robitussin into it, and
there you go.
That fixes everything.
Exactly.
Why do you look like that? Why you coughing? Stop it.
Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for tuning in as always. Don't worry if it gets heated up in that, because whether you guys saw it or not, it was actually getting a little bit racial and heated all up in the lobby, in the chat lobby. So I had to ban a couple of people.
Really?
But we cool. Constance was about to cry because people were getting all kind of weird up in there.
Like a nice person asking.
I know, right? I don't know. I don't know what was going on. I had to pop a couple of people up. You know how I do, Jay. I don't be fooling around with no foolishness. Don't come up in this piece like that.
Shouldn't be harassing any people online.
That's right. Don't come up in here like that. I mean, hey, I got the powers, and I'll ban you like that. So
make me go get my Harry Potter wand.
I know, right? That's right. Expelia rubber dubs. I don't know what they be saying.
I got my Lord of the Rings sword too. Got the Gandalf special, baby.
See, Lena, I told you he's that dude we were talking about at the beginning of the show.
Actually, that sword is pretty tight, yo. Yo. If you see it, you'd be kind of jealous. That shit is not. And I have it in a little mount, so when the basement's done, I'm gonna have it racked right behind my bar. Boom! It's gonna be set up right there.
You are such a nerd.
So anybody don't pay their tab? That's right.
Take
if
pictures.
Nobody pay, I'm cutting your fingers off.
That's
right.
Yeah, and of course, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, I'm gonna leave you all.
We out of here, people.
We love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. We out.